So now that we hopefully understand a little bit about systems of equations, let's look at modeling of systems of equations. I don't mean modeling like on the runway, okay? I do mean representing real-life situations with mathematics. So let's take a look at exercise 1. What's happening in exercise 1, Serenity?
Jonathan has 9 bills in his wallet. They are all either $5 bills or $10 bills.
Okay. Serenity, what kind of bills does he have in his wallet?
$5.
5s and 10s, yeah? Okay. So let's fill out this table to see, well, it depends on anything. All right. So what's the total of bills in his wallet? He has 9 of them, right? Okay, 9 bills in his wallet, either 5s or 10s. So in the first column here, they're giving some sample numbers of 5s that he might have, right? So if he has 0 5s, how many 10s must he have?
9.
9 of them, right? Because the total is 9. And how much money does he have if he has no 5s and 9 10s? $90. All right? All right, so the next one, he has 1 5. That means he has how many 10s?
8.
8 of them. How much money does he have?
85.
Right? 80 plus 5, so he's got $85 in this case, right? 2 5s. How many 10s?
7.
Got to have 7 to make it add up to 9. And how much money does he have now? So 7 times 70, his 10 is $80. And finally, if he's got 3 5s, how many 10s? 6 of them. How much money? 6 times 10 is 60, plus 15 is $75. And you could make the table go on, right, till he had up to 9 5s, yeah? Okay. So in part B, they want F to be the number of 5s in his wallet and T to be the number of 10s in his wallet. And what does this expression mean? 5F plus 10T. Well, let's start with what does the 5F mean?
5.
Nope. Somebody else. What does 5F represent if F is the number of 5s in his wallet?
F represents. Wait.
F is the number of 5s. So what does 5 times F mean?
5. 5 times the number.
They are $5 bills, but what does 5 times F, the number of them, represent?
5 times $5 bills. He's got 5.
So in other words, what does it mean?
He has 25 bucks.
I don't know if he has $25.
Oh.
Isn't it the value of all the 5s
Yeah, that's what.
in his wallet? $5 times F, the number of them, right? So wouldn't that be the value of his 5s? The value of his 5s and plus 10s. So it would be plus what? The value of the number of 10s he has, right? The value of his 10s. Okay? Some of you were shouting out actual values. We don't know that, right? Because F and T are the number of bills. No, that 5, what does that 5 represent in 5F?
5 times the F.
Right, but in this situation, what does the number 5 represent in 5 times F?
5 times whatever. $5 bills.
Why 5?
Because that's the value of the dollar.
That's the value of the $5 bill, right? Okay. Not the number of them. F is the number of them. T is the number of them. Okay? So, here, part C. How much does he have in his wallet altogether? In part C, somebody?
5F equals.
$55 he has, yeah?
Uh-huh.
And how many bills does he have altogether, guys? 9.
bills.
He has 9 bills, so they want a system of equations, right? So we'll have 2 equations. F is the number of 5s, T is the number of 10s. So give me an equation for the total number of bills, not the value, just the total number of bills in his wallet. Give me an equation.
F was T was 9.
F, the number of fives, plus T, the number of tens, equals 9.
I accidentally.
Right? Okay, so now give me an equation for the value of his fives and tens. And they kind of have most of it up there in part B already.
Oh, 5 F plus 10T equals 55.
Equals, so they tell us he has $55. So 5 times the number of fives and 10 times the number of tens, that's to equal $55. And they said to solve this. And let's use linear combination or elimination. So Amy, which variable would you like to make this appear first? You have a preference, Amy?
Yeah, see?
Which of the variables, F or T, would you like to make this appear first so we can solve it? Want to make T go away? Okay. So what are we going to have to do to make T go away, Amy? The thing. Well, let me back up a minute. If I add these two equations together as they are, will the T disappear? No. So what do I need to do to one of them to make that happen? The multiple, be more specific. Now, Naomi, if you want the T's to go away, here's positive 10T. So what does that T need to become? So what are you going to do to make that happen? Hey, shut it. So what are we going to multiply to make the T's go away in the first equation? So we'll multiply the whole thing up here by negative 10, yeah? You stay with Amy. What's that give us in the top equation now? Go ahead, Amy. Negative 10F, go ahead. Minus 10T equals negative 90. And we didn't touch this one, so bring it over. Your 5F plus 10T equals 55. All right, will the T variable go away now?
Yeah.
All right. So what does that give us here on the left-hand side? Negative 5F equals
Negative 30, no, 45.
35.
well, I'll let you guys decide.
Negative 35.
Negative 35, okay.
Yeah.
So now we divide by negative 5.
Positive 7.
F equals, so there are 7 $5 bills in his wallet. Are we done?
No.
What do we need to find out? Number 10, right?
7 plus T equals 9.
So let's plug that into, I think we use the top one, seems easier, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? So replace the F with 7. So 7 plus T equals 9. Do this,
T
right?
equals 2.
2 tens and
2 tens and 7 fives. Well, it's just like check it in your head. Will that work?
Yeah.
Does that, first of all, is that 9 bills?
yeah.
Okay. Second of all, will that add up to $55?
Yeah.
2 tens is 20, 7 fives is 35, gives you 55, right? Okay. All right, down here in part D, so same problem, they're just going to change it up a little bit, okay? So now we're told that instead of 9 bills, how many bills does Jonathan have?
7.
7 bills. Now they're what?
5s and 20.
5s and 20s, right? Okay, so maybe we could still use a T for 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're told that he has a total of how much in his wallet? $120. So they want you to set up and solve a system and figure out how many 5s and 20s he has, okay?
5.
So what I want all you to do right now is do this all on your own, okay? It's going to work just like the one we just did up here. You're gonna write an equation for the total of bills, and then an equation for the total money he has, okay? So everyone take a minute right now on your own quietly and write that system. Hey, Serenity, you want to give us your two equations?
The top one, F plus T equals 7.
Okay. What about the other equation?
5F plus 20T equals
120. Outstanding. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I just want you guys to solve this, just like we did up top. Okay? Make one of the variables go away somehow. It does not matter which one. If it was me, I'd probably start with the 5s. It's a small number, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
Either way. So take a minute and see what you got. Well, somebody want to provide what they got for 5s or, huh?
Multiply the top.
No, just what, how many,
Oh,
I got
5 and 2/3.
5 and what?
I got
5 and 2/3.
5 and 2/3?
No, I got 5.
So 17 over 3.
Would you round, first of all, round it correctly. You got 5 point what? Okay. 5.67, and you do understand that .6666667 is 2/3, right?
No.
Now you do. That's the face of someone who can't believe that someone doesn't know that. So it's 2/3. An insanely large negative number, so that means in
means
financial
you're
world,
definitely
negative
wrong.
money means debt. You're in debt. Well, hopefully
You're
not.
being
Hopefully you just miscalculated. Okay. Well, let's see.
Was the 5 and Jonathan, right?
Did we get rid of the 5s or the F's or the T's first? The T's? Okay, whatever. So what'd you do?
No, 5.
Okay, what'd you do?
I multiplied by -5 to
The
the top.
top one? Yeah, okay. Doing this. Yeah. And
-5.
should have got -5F minus 5T equals what? -35. Maybe some of you forgot to multiply all the way through, possibly, is that a thing?
No, that was my problem.
And then bring the other one over, 5F plus 20T equals 120. Now we add them, these go away, and we get what? 15T equals what? 85.
Divide by 50.
And what, how many tens are there?
5.67.
5
And 2/3.
and 2/3. Okay. So the question was, you're giving you true information.
No,
Why not?
then you can't have that on the bill, unless you rip it.
Yeah.
But then is it worth 2/3 then? It's
Yeah,
not,
it's
right?
not.
Okay. So the answer is no. Huh?
It could be.
2/3 of a bill does not make sense. 2/3 of a bill does not make
One bill.
sense. Okay, that's an E, I guess.
Get it?
Yeah, not C-E-N-T-S. Just multiple senses. All right, let's go to the other side here. Exercise
I
2.
spelled that wrong.
You spelt it?
Spelled.
Spelled.
I spelled it wrong. I spelled it.
All right, so what are we talking about here? Samantha, concession stand. What'd she buy there, guys? 3 pretzels and 4 sodas. I'm thinking P
Three
and S
pretzels?
maybe.
Where does she need 3 pretzels?
Anyway, what was the total of her purchase?
3 pretzels.
What was the total of her purchase? $11.25. Now somebody else, Raza. What did Raza purchase?
5 pretzels and 2 sodas.
And what did she pay? $8.25. Okay. I'm going to part A, never mind. Let's go over to part B. Let's not let X equal the pretzel. How about instead of X, we use P for pretzels? And for the sodas, how about instead of Y, we use an S maybe? Just don't make it look like a 5. So let's write a system of equations for these two. Let's do one for Samantha first. Total of her purchase.
3P
So 3P plus
plus
4S, that's the cost of her pretzels, right?
equals 11.
Okay, equals $11.25. And now somebody else give me an equation for Roz's purchase. 5P plus 2S equals 825. All right? So that's the total cost equation for each of them. And what do they want to know? They want to know what? The price of a pretzel and the price of the soda, right?
Yeah.
So part C is going to ask us to solve this. Well, let's just, I guess, rewrite them again here so we can work with it. So 3P, don't get too big here, right, because we're going to have a lot of stuff to do, plus 4S equals 1125, and then 5P plus 2S equals 825.
I wish we could have picked a different variable than S.
All right, well, either way.
He picked it.
Well, so guys, which, is there a variable here that you want to make disappear? Like, if I wanted to make if I wanted to make the P's disappear, is that gonna be a little bit more work maybe?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you gotta like,
Because then you'd have to multiply the top by 5 or -5 and the bottom.
Yeah, because 3 and 5 don't go into each other. I mean, we could do it, right? But I have to multiply both equations by some number, right? Make it
Alright.
15. You can do it.
-2 would be for the top.
But look at the S's. This, yeah, that 2S goes into 4S, right? Easily. So if I multiplied by 2, I'd have 4S down here. But wait a minute, what do I want?
-2.
Negative 4S, so I need to multiply by -2, right? -2. So let's see what that gives us. Bring the top one over. 3P plus 4S equals 1125. And what do we get on the bottom?
-10P
Mm-hmm.
equals 6.
Not yet, it doesn't.
16.9x.
Minus 4S equals, what's that?
-16.
-16, 50. All right?
-7.
So now, why don't you guys just go ahead and add these up?
Boring.
So the S terms go away. And what do we get?
-7P
Equals
equals
108.
1125 minus 1650.
equals 525.
No, it does not. Negative 525. No, 5 divided by -7. What do pretzels cost?
Not 75 cents.
So the pretzels cost 75 cents. Right?
Yeah.
Now let's get the cost of these sodas. Why don't you guys plug it into either one that you want to? I don't care. All right, everyone on their own. Find the price of sodas now. And you pick which equation you want to plug it into. And I'll do it my own way here. So what do they do there? You guys get $2.25 for the sodas?
I got $2.50.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think we're-
How is a pretzel cheaper?
It doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. We got our costs here.
How'd you get
Pretzels are cheaper because they don't cost much to make. How'd I get what?
25.
2.25.
Yeah, I got
9 divided by
250.
9 divided by 4. How many times is 4 going to 9? Twice.
4. Yeah.
Goes in twice with how many left over? 1. So 2 and 1/4. 2.25. Okay. Let's skip part D.
Hold on a second.
What are we holding on? All right. Let's go down to this last one here. A little geometric representation.
Wait, what did we get for us?
2.25. $2.25.
Oh,
What'd you get?
holy
I
crap.
did not.
All right, exercise 3. Rectangles, perimeter, 204 feet. What is perimeter?
Outside.
Perimeter is not area.
Length.
Perimeter is not length. It is not length times width. Length times width is area.
The outside.
The inside.
No, that's area.
Perimeter, guys.
The outside.
It is adding all, it is the distance around the figure, adding all the sides.
What'd you get?
I got.
No, it's 25.
It's 225. Perimeter is adding up all the sides,
I
okay?
didn't get 2.5.
Anyway, we'll come back to that in a little bit. 9 divided by. Back to this one. Let's draw a little picture of a rectangle. All right, you should know how to draw a picture of a rectangle, I think.
Yeah.
You know that opposite sides are congruent in a rectangle, right?
No. What's congruent?
Oh, sorry. It's the geometry in me. They have equal lengths.
Yeah.
So if this is length, then that is length. And if this is width, then this is width, W. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get an equation for the perimeter. L plus L plus W equals
204.
204. But let's clean that up a little bit. What'd you say? 2L plus 2W equals 204, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now they have some other stuff here. Its length, wait a minute, is. When you see that, you're usually pretty safe by starting out like this. Its length is, see, L equals, right?
You said 60, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
6 feet longer than twice its width. So it's 6 feet longer than what?
Twice its width.
So how do we write twice its width?
2W.
2W
W
plus 6, right?
Wait,
No?
What?
Thought I heard something. So write a system equation. So let's solve this for, now, let me ask you a question. The way this is set up, we learned a couple of ways to solve systems algebraically. We've been using linear combination or elimination, right?
That's like right.
Is this set up to use linear combination, like we've been doing, like adding them? No, they're kind of in different forms, right?
No, it's set up so you can
So
put it in, like,
So I could rearrange this and get the L's and W's lined up with the plus, right? But they're not right now. But I could use, what was the other method?
that when you're substitute the
So what's it called? Just substitution, right? It's quite, we have what L equals here directly, don't we?
Yeah.
So what can I do with that?
Okay, there.
Into this L up here, right? Why? Why would you hate it?
God,
Just
it's so-
substituting.
No, it's so much harder.
So let's
It's not.
So let's rewrite the top equation, replacing L. So the top equation would be 2 times what?
2W plus
2W plus 6. Oh, this is horrible, yeah. Plus 2W
equals
equals 204. You know what to do now, right?
This is so
Now-
easy.
4W plus
Distribute. What do we get?
4W plus 12 plus 2W equals 204. Act like term, 6W.
Yeah, let's get like terms combined, right? What do we get when we combine like terms?
W plus 12 equals
W equals
204.
Well, you're way ahead.
I am way ahead.
And now we just subtract 12 from both sides, right?
4
It's
minus
easy.
12 equals 192.
192.
By 6 equals 32.
So W equals 32. Got one of them. Now which one you want to plug into to find the length?
Oh.
How about the bottom? Either one, but why not the bottom, right? So L equals 2 times 32 plus 6. 64 plus 6, L equals 70. All right. Okay, that sounded like, wait a minute.
We have a whole bunch of reading.
All right.
3 pages.
All right.
Why did you read?
Don't forget, we can solve by linear combination or by substitution. Let's look at some of these Regents questions here.
5. Really?
This is ridiculous.
2.
Yeah.
This is so way long than anything else.
I only have 4.
They're so
Well, let me ask you a question. What does that tell you about the New York State Regents exam and algebra?
It's way too long.
They love these kind of questions. That's what it tells you. Which means that if they love to have them on the test, you should what?
How will we do that?
How we get good at it, right? All right, I want everyone on their own to take a minute and read over number 1. Serenity, I bet somehow this will be right in your wheelhouse.
This will be for Hannah too.
Serenity left, so it's not in your wheelhouse.
No, Hannah has COVID.
Oh.
What's our equation for the total of all the chickens?
A plus B plus
A plus D equals 12. So that's an equation for the number of them. What's our equation for the cost of all the chickens?
375 A.
Chickens are not that cheap.
$3.75 times every American chicken
Plus
plus what?
$2.
$2.50 times every Delaware chicken comes to a total of what?
35.
You spent $35, right? Do we all understand how to set these up now, maybe?
Yes.
Okay,
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
wonderful.
They're not lined up.
So now, determine algebraically, right? So I guess we need to, well, I don't know. We could just,
Can we get rid of A first?
you can do whatever you like. So you guys are all gonna do what you need to do. You can make one of the variables go away and we add them. I'm betting you probably multiply the topic by something, right?
She got lunch.
So what you could do, instead of rewriting it all again, multiply that by whatever number, and then just rewrite the whole system down here, right? Instead of copying it over again. So go ahead and everyone do this now. Whether you get rid of the A or the D first, I don't care. It should come out the same. Anybody get 4 Americana chickens?
Yes, I did.
Let's start it like the other way, right? And then how many Delaware?
8.
So plug that back in. 4 plus D equals 12. Subtract 4, right? So maybe some of you went and got rid of the A term first. That's fine. You should have gotten the same answer. Any questions on this?
Oh,
All right. We're gonna, this part we're not gonna do. Okay?
Where's some region?
Moving on. Let's go to the next page.
they're not sneaky like Mr. Henson.
Wheeler, what's going on in number 2?
School plans to have a fundraiser before basketball games, selling shirts.
Selling shirts with the school logo. Keep going.
The school contacted 2 companies to find out how much it would cost.
Can I stop you right there? 2 companies. I'll bet it's going to lead to 2 equations for company cost. Just thinking about it, right? Keep going.
Company A charges $50 setup fee and $5 per shirt.
Stop, up. $50 setup fee and $5 per shirt. Can somebody tell me what those 2 figures sound like?
Y equals M.
Doesn't this, right, doesn't this look like the M, the rate of change, $5 a shirt, and some starting point B, 50? All right, keep going, Wheeler.
Company B charges $25 setup fee and $6.
Right, so this sounds like an M, or yeah. This sounds like a B and an M, right? And a B and an M. So write an equation for company A. Now they do want it, now be careful here. You might be tempted to use A for the number of company A shirts, but on the Regents exam, if you do that, and they said specifically do this,
We
you
get
lose
no
points. It's annoying, right? But what we can do, so we can keep track of things, how about company A's cost? Like that. So for company A, this looks like MX plus B. What would be our equation? 5X plus 50. So company B would have a cost equation of what? X plus 25. Does this look like it lends itself more to linear combination or substitution?
linear combination.
Okay. So C of A is the cost of company A, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing you can substitute.
So, well, actually, we kind of can. So there's our equations, right? Cost for each. So folks, is the turnover, I can state the minimum number of shirts that must be ordered for it to be cheaper to use company A. If it's cheaper to use company A, what does that say about the cost of company A?
It's more expensive.
Or, no. If company A is going to be cheaper,
Oh,
then what does that say about company A versus company B?
I don't know.
The cost. The cost of each. Cost of what? A must be what? Less than the cost of company B.
Oh,
So may I write that down?
yeah.
So if it's going to be cheaper to use company A,
5X.
hold on, company A needs to be less than, that's the cost of company A shirts.
50.
Cost of company B shirts. Now, what I said substitution. You see that inequality I have here?
Yeah.
Now we use substitution to replace these things with what they're equal
I
to.
just did that.
Okay, so what do we got?
I don't know. 5X plus 50.
5x plus
Less than
50
6X plus 25.
less than 6x plus 25. So go ahead and solve this one, guys. Yes, you do.
I forgot. Oh,
You
wait.
get all the x's on one side and everything else on the other, right? Correct, I should say? Solving these since we were in Pat's Learning Center.
I didn't go to Tots.
Jeez, I didn't even record that. I wasn't even recording. Look at that. That's okay.
No, you either record the
Now I'm recording you. Let's move along. Guess they didn't see my lack of a G. Serenity, what is going on in problem 3?
When visiting friends in a state that has no sales taxes, 2 families went to fast food restaurant in North. The Browns.
Can you say that?
No, I don't know who it was
The
for.
There was
Courtney
someone
Callis. The Browns,
Brought, the Browns bought 4 cheeseburgers and 3 medium fries for $16.33.
does that sound like you could write an equation for the cost of that? Okay, keep going.
The Greens bought 5 cheeseburgers and 4 medium fries for $21.11.
Okay, keep going, Serenity.
Using C for the cost of cheeseburgers and F for the cost of medium fries, write a system of equations that models this situation.
All right, Serenity, would you write an equation for the Browns? C is the cost of cheeseburgers and F is the cost of fries. Give me an equation for what the Browns spent. Yeah.
4C plus 3M,
Well, we're using F.
3F
F for fries.
equals 16.
There you go. Now give me an equation for the Greens, Serenity.
5C
Mm-hmm.
plus 4F
Yeah.
4F equals 2111.
Okay, you got your, look at it, you're writing equations, modeling the situation here out of nowhere, right? Suddenly today, look at you. You're on fire. The College Shlung Fire Department had you put out there. Huh? Yeah, okay. Let's skip this middle question here. It's not hard, it's just like you plug them in, and like you just plug these in there. You see, that's all you do. Yeah, you just see if it works out. Makes them both, it has to make them both true, we got that. All right, let's look at the bottom. Using those equations, determine the cost of cheeseburger and fries. Let's go ahead and it's down here, let's write it again. So anyway, 4C, what was it, plus 3F
Plus 3.
equals 1653, and then we got 5C
Plus 4.
4. Okay? All right, so as I'm looking at this here, I'm looking at both the variables. Are we going to be able to just multiply one equation by something, guys?
No.
We're going to have to multiply both equations by something, right? Because 4 and 5 don't go in each other, neither does 3 and 4, right? But I'm going to let you all decide which ones you want to go after, okay? All right, you just remember, whatever variable you're getting rid of, you need one positive and the other negative, like of the same value, okay? So everybody take a minute, quietly on your own, decide which variable you want to make disappear, and multiply top and bottom to make that happen. Right, and then you'll do this little thing here, right? And rewrite it.
I'm just trying to go 8 times.
So you got rid of the C's. I think a lot of people were getting rid of the F's first, right? Either way, let's go after the F's. So if I'm going to make the F's go away, what am I multiplying the top by? Times 4 and the bottom by? Okay. So that gives us what up top?
18C.
Plus,
Is it 8?
huh?
Oh, I know what I did wrong now.
Ah, plus what? 12F equals what? 6612? Now on the bottom, remember, now it's all going to be negative, right? Yeah, I think so 15C minus 12F can equal negative what? $63.33. Yeah, you should have just had a 1, you see there, right?
Yeah, I got it.
So that goes away. That's going to be C equals what? 279. And what are we gonna plug it back into? Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. So 4 times 279 plus 3F is gonna equal 1653, yeah? So what's that give you, 1116? Plus 3F equals 1653. Those of you still like to do it, right? Let's subtract 1116 from both sides. That goes away. We get 3F equals what? 537, yeah?
Yeah.
I wish I could have like a Mean Girls moment, like a Katie moment, like when she's like, I love that because it's a
$1.79.
Like, it could be like,
What a quiet girl's moment. Make a whole movie out of it. A real easy script to write. The dialogue would be thin, as you say. All right, let's do one more of these. Last one. This should be pretty easy. This should have been one of the first problems. So I want everyone to read this last one. Not a whole lot you have to do here except know value of dimes and quarters. Okay? Read it over on your own. A minute. So hopefully you're realizing that most of these you can get an equation for like a total of all the things, and then the other equation is the value or cost of the things, right?
I didn't realize that like quarts. I didn't realize why it was called a quart. Quarter of something.
Quarter, 1/4. You know, a quart is 1/4 of a gallon. Well, what do you think? What's the answer? Which choice, guys?
2.
You got
Yeah.
2. Another one got 1.
No.
Got one.
I got 2.
So 30 coins, right? So the total has to be, right? The number of coins adds up to 30, right? Number 1, it says the number of dimes plus the number of quarters adds up to 4.8 coins, right?
guys are wrong.
So here's one with the number of them adding to 30, and what's a dime worth?
10.
And a quarter is 0.25, 480. That was not too bad, right?
See, I'm wrong.
Okay.
You get 2?
We'll pass on number 5 for now.
Okay.